Alright, we're back. Here we are. Super Metroid and Zelda Randomizer. So we've got all of the Light World dungeons done. We could go and kill the Wizard Aghanim for shits and gigs. Who votes on the shits and gigs? Shits and gigs in chat. I had a phase as a kid of watching like 90s horror films like Scream. Yeah, well, see, when I was quite young, I mean, I saw Poltergeist like way too young. And that had an effect on me as well. Seeing those skeletons come out of the pool. What's funny is like when I went and saw that Poltergeist much later as an adult, I realized how extremely short that actual scene is with the skeletons. As a kid, it felt like that scene went on forever. Alright, we're coming for the wizard. The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Yeah, that would freak me out. I mean, the thing is, like, the horror stuff didn't freak me out. Just once in a while you get some, like, weird-ass dream. Now, my sister, it freaked her out. Sometimes I would play some games, too, that would freak me out. Like, I distinctly remember there being some specific levels in, like, Doom 2 or something. They were like, whoa. Shit's fucked up looking. Oh shit. Oh, he's stabbing me. Can't allow this to happen. How do I get to this chest? There we go. Oh no, I gotta open the door. Oh no, I got the key. Don't mind. I told you I was high. Don't mind me. Up the stairs we go. Wizard doesn't even know what's coming. Wizard's about to get fucked up by some kid wearing blue. Oh, you had to play horror games in a dark room. Ow. Pain. I remember there's one Resident Evil. I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. Not Nemesis, so it must be 2. Where there's that guy in the trench coat that like busts through the fucking walls at you. That shit freaked me out. Oh shit. Fuck this room. Yeah, Mr. X, that's it. That dude. The mind is a wonderful thing when you're watching horror or playing horror, isn't it? Alright, say bye-bye to Princess Zelda, everybody. Or type, yeah, see ya. Nice try, wizard guy. The part about Doom that really scared my sister when I played it, when I showed her it, is you can enable a no clipping cheat. And then the final boss, Icon of Sin, is like that, you know, big skull on the wall and you have to shoot the arrows into his head. If you no clip through his head, you actually see that what your rockets are actually hitting is on the inside, or doing splash damage to, is on the inside of it is John Romero's head on a stick. And if you no clip through the wall, you can just see his head on a stick and you can shoot it with the shotgun and that kills the Icon of Sin. When I showed that to my sister, she had like nightmares for weeks. Alright, there we go. Now we beat the wonderful Wizard of Oz. So there's a couple medallions. And there's also the red crystal. Do I have one crystal already? I do. So we want to get that other red crystal first. Because that will give us something too. And you know us, we like to get stuff. We love to get stuff. Give us stuff, I often say. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sepatra. That game. We actually played the... We didn't beat it, but we played the interesting parts of the game on stream for Halloween. I did beat it as a younger fella. But on stream, yeah, we only made it to, I think, like the factory or something. Just after the factory. But yeah, that game is fucking... The atmosphere in that game is impeccable. I kind of want to go check that tree before we go in the dungeon. Yeah, that chase scene when you're in the hotel, that's great. That's a tense-ass moment. Very well done. And building up to it too, the way you're just like exploring the town. Maybe you'll get caught by the police trying to like investigate the one store or whatever, you know, no big deal. And then boom, you go sleep in the in that room, and you know something's coming because of the camera keeps doing this thing to you. It's really good piece of video game horror. Yeah, very much so, ahead of its time. Okay, the tree's over this way. Oh, and I have this now too. I wonder if I got that treasure that's up here. Because I think I got this tape in Metroid. Again, hi. Memory not work so good. Oh yeah, look, see? It's up there for us to take. A bottle. Always could use another bottle. Whoa, easy there. Here we go. Yay. I can't believe when I was watching that thing of of everybody's the most popular leftist streamer in the world reacting to fucking the DPRK trip. His statement was that he's a DPRK centrist. As if there's just like these hordes of by taking a position that's essentially the same as the US empire, saying that you're a centrist on the DPRK. Which also suggests that there's like hordes of, you know, leftists that are defending the DPRK or like have even a proper understanding or trying to humanize the DPRK, which of course ignores the reality that the vast majority of fucking people on the left, quote unquote, demonize DPRK exactly the way he does. Especially in the West. Like, he's never... Like, go to any communist party even, and like most of the membership will be like that in the West. Sadly. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's a liberal Zionist at the end of the day, as well. Like Mehdi Hassan, for example. Mehdi Hassan and both him, Hassan Abi, they speak out, quote unquote, against the genocide in Palestine, but they do so while also condemning Palestinians' fucking actions of resistance, including October 7th. Or they'll call the Palestinian resistance factions the quote unquote lesser of two evils. Like, it's just ridiculous to suggest resistance to genocide is evil. I don't know how you're gonna convince me of that. That would be an interesting conversation, though. Oh my god, yeah. I saw some clips of Mehdi Hassan interviewing that Chinese diplomat. Woof. That was not fucking... That was making me very angry, to say the least. I mean, he's... Again, and he's the same way with the resistance also. Condemns, like, Hamas and all that stuff. Fuck that shit. How you gonna condemn resistance? Like, good job. You're a moderate that stands for absolutely nothing. Good job. Okay, the cool thing about this dungeon is we already have the hook shot, so we can, you know, we already have whatever we need to defeat the boss and the dungeon. And a weird thing about this dungeon is this is one of those where the big key can spawn in the big chest. Meaning we might be able to just never open the big chest. That happens sometimes in the randomizer. In this dungeon. Since you don't need the big key to get to the boss. But we'll see. You gotta check all the chests though. Look, that's some super missiles for Metroid. You want super missiles for Metroid, don't you? Oh yeah, key. Right. Ow. Ow. Good timing. You want to go this way, I think, and get a key first. Yep. Then we can raise the water and get to the next part of the dungeon. There's like there are like 3 parts of this dungeon. There's this entrance part. There's the part to get the item. And then there's the final part descending to the boss. And I think once we pass this part, we'll be in the hub area. That's sort of center of the whole dungeon. Yeah. See, now this is sort of like the center of the dungeon. We can get another chest down here. I love seeing those resistance emotes in chat. Now I can hold 5 more bombs. Okay, we gotta go this way and get a key again. I can get much the same way like before, through here. But now I have to go back. In order to use it. Alright, now we can raise this water. This will allow me to get to the key part of the dungeon. Or usually would be the big key. Who knows what the hell's there now. I want those up because that will allow me to get 2 chests at once instead of having to like climb the same set of stairs twice. This guy. I think I need a bomb first, maybe. Hard to remember when you're high on weeds. No, I don't need the bomb. Ah! It's a lot of shit flying at you. One chest, the compass. See, that's why I wanted that orange thing down. And you can do a cool trick because this is the Japanese version. They fixed, that's actually a glitch. If you press the item button and the run button at the same time, you use your item and run. Like that. And it will, if it's the hammer, it will actually hammer stuff as you hit it. But it's technically a glitch, so when they localized it to North America, they fixed that glitch. For the randomizer, though, you need the original Japanese version. Okay, now we went down there. Now we can go to the final part of the dungeon, the big key section. The key to open this door. Place really you need to go from here. I remember as a kid I could never remember. Now it seems so easy. The door with the stairs doesn't open and close. This one does. As a kid I could never remember that. Always went down the wrong one. Alright, we're coming for this boss. There's the last bottle. Wait, is that 2 or 3? Nope, That's all the bottles. Get over here. I remember figuring that out as a kid, and I don't remember how. But I remember being very proud of it. Now this part we can do nicely because we have this cool cane thing. We can go like this. Those guys won't hurt us. Boss time. Got them all. Ow. Here we go. Now just for the octopus guy. Or jellyfish thing. Because it's more of a jellyfish than an octopus. Bomb. Oh, that's the big key. Okay, I'll have to come down in. Just so to curiosity's sake, I gotta come back in and check the chest now. Something tells me it's probably just the map, but I just want to be sure. I think it might be the map though, because I don't think I got the map. Okay, at least it remembers this before I leave. So I can just come right here and get it. Oh no, it's missiles. There we go. Glad I came back in then. Alright, now I can get something else. Because I got the 2 red crystals. Two red crystals gives you a license to buy a nuke. Don't ask, that's the way Hyrule works, see? Look. Get out of here. I think this will give me 2 treasures. Then I'll probably go for the medallions. Missiles. Missiles and arrows, wow. That's kind of poetic. Old-fashioned missiles and modern missiles. Okay. So there's one pendant there and there's one pendant down at the bottom left. I think I'm gonna grab them. Before I grab this one though, up at the top right, there's something else I can get. Fuck out of here. Fuck on out of here. Wait, did I ever see the guy that was down? I can't remember if I ever saw this guy. Okay, wait. I just thought of that. There's something I can get here. Oh, nice! Sword upgrade! Red sword, that's only one more to the best sword in the game. Ah, there, see, I didn't see that guy. And he gave me a mushroom. With the mushroom, I can get high. So give me a second here. Now, you can't just eat it as is. You gotta have this person mix it up into a nice concoction for you. There you go. Now that'll do you nice. That'll do you right. Gotta leave 2 screens and come back. And now we've got 20 bucks. She sold it, my mushroom. Okay. I know this looks like drug dealing, but it's not, okay? It's not at all what just happened there. Trust me. Trust me, that's not what that was. No, no. I would not endorse such a thing. Never. Drugs are bad, okay? There, now we can kill those guys in 2 hits. They're just 2-hit jobbies now. They ain't nothing but 2-hit jobbies. Get out of here. Are you 2-hit jobbies too? Yep. 1-hit jobby there. Alright, we're gonna do this dungeon now. Here we come. And then we'll do the one in the top bottom left of the screen. Oh no, wait, I didn't get that Quake medallion yet. Gosh, concern it. Gotta find that Quake medallion. Well, hopefully it will materialize in one of these dungeons that we're in. No! Come back, monkey! Alright. You've upset my monkey for the last time. Now we gotta go back and get our monkey back. There we go. And he costs us 10 bucks every time I gotta do that. Now he's gonna cost me 100 bucks. Monkey, having a monkey's not cheap. That's the moral of the story. Alright. This is called the Temple of Darkness. That's why I'm glad that we found the lantern. Neato, it's a key. That means we can get through that door right now. So it's kind of playing out like the normal dungeon at the moment. I already have the hammer, so I can kill those guys right away. I need everybody in chat to pray for the goddamn Quake. We need that Quake medallion. Let's go this way. I think there's another item. There's always one. Get out of the way. Oh, there's a way you can deal with these guys real easy though with your fire thing. Like this. Need bombs. An energy tank for Metroid. Hey, that's something. Am I full on fairies? Oh my goodness, I'm not full on fairies at all. Let's get full on fairies. FOF, as they say in Hyrule. Here we go, we're FOF. Full on fairies. Actually, the easiest way to do this now is go like this. Okay, there's also a chest I can get by going this way. It's the boomerang. Gonna do the same thing again. Now this time we're gonna go into the other side of the dungeon. Okay, a key, that's pretty good though. Alright, this bridge is a pain in the ass. Kill him quick, there. I like to grab both of these pots because then you can kill them super easy. Right, I got him. Oh, weird. That's normally where that's exactly where that key should be. That's kind of funny. Don't get hit by the don't get hit by the bouncies. These bouncies are actually called anti-fairies, and they drain your health and your magic. The name hints at a way to deal with them, though. If you have magic powder and you sprinkle it on them, they just turn into regular fairies. But they're actually very useful when you have the magic powder. We haven't found that yet, though. Okay, now we can get the big chest. The harpies. I need to get down there. Oh, another chest. Then I need bombs, I think. It's the map. All the liberals now falling over themselves, patting themselves on the back because DPRK and Russia had the joint operation in Kursk. The thing was, I told people right from the beginning that when you show me solid evidence of them fighting in Ukraine or with Russia, then I will agree. And I will tell you why I think it's justified. And it turns out where they were fighting was in Kursk, which is like uncontested Russian territory. And then the funny thing is, you look at the peace agreement, or the peace agreement, I should say, that Zelensky is wanting. The main point in it, the reason why none of these agreements will go through, is the main point in it is that Russia has to quote unquote concede Crimea. And Crimea is not on the table. That's not even a consideration. There is no actual popular movement in Crimea to rejoin Ukraine. Not at all. In fact, it was quite the opposite. Alright, I'm almost at the boss. The Helmasaur King. This room, I always hated this room right here as a kid. Yeah, and I mean, I think Zelensky has some personal reasons for not wanting it to end, including life preservation. So tends to muck things up a bit, you know? Alright, here's the Helmasaur King. I like to use bombs on him. I'm different like that. But I usually hit myself with one bomb. Just find his bombs break it open nice and quickly. Goodbye, Helmasaur King. Oh, wow. Alright, another one down. Now, with this green medallion, we can actually get another treasure. See, there's a method. There's a method to it. I already got the red one, right? Yes. So now, with this one, if we go visit that old man, he will give us a treasure. And I think he's right in here in the light world. No worries, comrade. Everybody go follow Lennon Smash on kick.com. Another fantastic streamer. I'm always happy to raid you, comrade. Oh, I got the plasma beam or whatever it is for Metroid. Powerful shit. You're here for the juice? No juice here, only juche. I'm gonna save up that 420. Okay. We're gonna go back and we're gonna do this dungeon next. And then it's just the ice dungeon left. And then I guess I must have like all the crystals, right? Yep, just 2 crystals left. No, wait. 2 crystals left. Oh, I'm gonna have to go back to Metroid before I can get into the final dungeon of this game. Oh, right. There's a problem. I don't have that Quake medallion yet. Okay. Okay, well, let's do the ice dungeon first. Oh yeah, I'll be streaming quite a bit. I might be streaming till like midnight at Lennon. I offered comrades 2 movies for the price of 1 if I since it's the end of April. So we're gonna be watching 2 movies and sitcom. We're gonna be watching Fifth Element and Mission to Mars. Tonight. Okay, I need to go to the ice place right here. I may not be able to get into that one, but I can definitely get into the ice palace here. Right on, comrade. Tuesday and Thursday vibe this week. I feel ya. Okay, this is my least favorite dungeon. Because you have to go through it kind of twice. Luckily, we have a cane, so you don't have to be as particular with one thing about it that annoys me. If you don't have the cane, though, this dungeon is even more annoying. The secret to these penguins is the hook shot. I hope you enjoy your skating. Oh, I missed him. You know what's funny? You see what this ice is like to deal with? It's no fun, right? Back when I was streaming on the twitch.tv, my comrade and longtime mod here, Frank, was messing around with was playing this crowd control and was messing around with the doing a lot of the crowd controls, turning the floor to ice repeatedly, and then suddenly, next thing you know, the floor just stayed ice. Oh shit. And I had to finish the whole game with the floor being ice. That was quite a Zelda adventure. What is the other item I'm missing? I'm not even sure. I'm missing 2 items. Oh right, the powder. I talked about that earlier. Come here, fairy, please. Thank you. Ow. Ow. I do need to kill these guys, though. Yeah, here's the key. Now I don't need to kill them. The worst part is I have to go through that room again, this dungeon. Oh my goodness, my aim is terrible today. I meant to get the second one first, so that it wasn't sandwiched between them. This room's deceptive. There's literally nowhere else you want to go except here, ever. Manticore, welcome in. Another energy tank for Metroid. I must be getting close to full. Then we go this way. And so now we're almost halfway through the dungeon, maybe. Oh yeah, I keep thinking I have the magic bag, but I don't. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Question, is neoliberalism a real material distinction, or like neocon and neofash? Or are they just outright rhetorical strategy or outright obfuscation? I mean, it depends, I guess, on who you're asking, right? It's just like, it's a way though for like, I guess when I hear Marxists use it a lot, it seems to be a way to describe like the current particular arrangements of capitalism in our current era, you know? That is to say, like, the type of, like, the particular strategy. Like, the way you had Keynesianism, you know, you had liberalism. But, yeah. I do hate it when it comes to, like, neo-Nazi. Like, yeah, I mean, what does neo-Nazi mean? Fascism, that makes it sound like fascism went away or something. Fascism has always been here. Even before the word was invented. Okay, there's the map. Yeah, I guess neoliberal, like, I guess materially, though, no. Of course, it's not any different materially because it's still just capitalism, isn't it? I mean, not much materially. Again, it is still it's capitalism. It's just capitalism is always, of course, trying to evolve because it has to do that in order to survive. And maintain the class war, maintain a lower class that it uses to extract value from. Yeah, Socdems used it the most to justify capitalism. We need to get rid of liberalism and go back to classic liberalism. Yeah. Yeah, so materially, no. It's just it's liberalism. My wife has the hiccups. All day. Sound good. Did you drink the water out of the wrong side of the glass or whatever? You got? Jesus. Okay. I don't know. Goodness. I hope I can get my magic back. This guy chasing me is worrying me that I have no magic. Now I'm a bunny. Oh, a tiny bit. Will it be enough? Okay, there, I got healed. Please, more magic. Oh, that might be enough to do what I need to do, hopefully. I should maybe check this one. Oh shit. Magic, please. Damn it. Well, let's hope this is enough to kill the boss. After this, I learned my lesson. Bosses that require magic, bring a fucking potion. God, I'm worried. Please. Thank you. mean, I've pretty much said that every war since World War I has been a continuation of the same war to destroy communism. Even in the way that the US fought World War II. They did their utmost to try and just sit around and allow Nazi Germany to destroy the Soviet Union. They did everything they could to try and make that happen. So, the Cold War, all of the proxy wars, it's just all a continuation of the same war that World War II was. The war to destroy communism. Whoa, bucko, no empty bottles. Oh, I don't. Okay. Good enough. I don't have the Quake Medallion, though. I've got all this stuff and no Quake Medallion. Yeah, came in and bombed Japan to stop the Soviets in Asia too. I mean, not even to stop the Soviets either, right? Like, it was a show of force of the Soviets, but I think it also was a show of terror for people in Asia. That was like, if you rise up, you're gonna get, this is what's gonna happen to you. And like the first proof of it, like that's what the intention was, is that they were threatening then to use it in Korea. The very next thing. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna have to do now. Just trying to think, I need that Quake Medallion. Oh, you know what? There's a group of chests I couldn't get before I got the hookshot that I just remembered about up on this mountain. Let's check here for the hookshot or whatever the fuck I'm looking for. Whatever it is I said I'm looking for. I got the hookshot already. Oh my god, look at these cabbages. These fucking cabbages are all over me. No! Oh my... The mountain... Damn, that's what they mean by don't go to the mountain, I guess. Yeah, exactly. It's no coincidence that Japan became the US's neo-colonial vassal. Absolutely. DPRK and Vietnam have a very good relationship. DPRK aided Vietnam during the war against US imperialism. They sent pilots and equipment and all of that kind of stuff. Can't remember if I did this place. And they've had a very good relationship ever since. Much the same way as DPRK in Cuba. All DPRK always has with all the socialist countries, really. The only one that like it ever had problems with was DPRK and USSR had some disagreements because one of Khrushchev's like grand plans was to basically have the USSR make all the finished goods, and all the raw materials and extraction would be done by the other republics like DPRK, Korea, Vietnam, Laos. And Korea just rejected that idea and said, no, we're going to develop our own heavy industry and our own light industry and our own medium industry all at the same time, focusing on heavy industry. Otherwise, if something happens, we'll be left with nothing. Which proved, as we know, all too true. Here's the Quake Medallion. Bam. Now we're talking. Even Churchill viewed the World Wars as the second 30 Years' War. Yeah. He can probably come to the same anti-communist conclusion. Yeah. And that's why I say I really think what we're dealing with is a... And the US, like, think about it. Even in the realistic sense, the practical sense. Oh, there's the X-ray vision for Metroid. The US has never not been at war. Right? So even in a practical sense, the literal war against communism has, like, actually literally not ended. Even the very first one, actually. Like, thinking about it. Because the very first war against, like, communism besides the USSR, right after... That was the very first with the 14 capitalist powers. But the first one after World War II is then Korea. And technically, they're still at war with Korea. You know? And even Russia. Like, even the way Ben Norton, like, I kind of did disagree with something that Ben Norton said. The way he said that they don't see Russia as a threat. I mean, I disagree with that. I think that they do see it as a threat. They just also are under the delusion that because it's a capitalist country, that they will somehow be able to make a deal with it that will make them abandon China and BRICS. Right? I don't think it's that they don't see Russia as a threat, quote unquote. I think they do. Because Russia does provide important, like, security guarantees and important, like, ability to trade and all kinds of other stuff to, like, countries that are trying to get out from the boot of imperialism. In Africa, DPRK, right? China, like, you know. It very much participates as a member of the Global South. And many of those Global South countries are not all socialist countries. But they are fighting against imperialism. And that fight against imperialism weakens global imperialism. And that fight against global imperialism then strengthens labor movements in their own countries. So by doing so, whether the bourgeoisie or whether Putin realizes it or not, at the long run, that will strengthen the revolutionary forces in his country. Yeah, exactly, Sapatra. They see China as a bigger threat currently, but yeah, them viewing Russia as a threat has never really dwindled, you know? Okay, this is perfect. So now I can... Now that we found the Quake Medallion, I can beat this dungeon. And the last dungeon. And then I can beat the last wizard, I think. I'm gonna do... I know it's unheard of, but I'm gonna do a little save scum. Because the final dungeon can be a jerk. With keys, specifically. I don't know how... Yeah, I mean... chatter here saying Russians are seen as now white and MAGA according to... white and Western according to some MAGA. And it's like, well, yeah, that's cope, right? Which is extremely funny considering, like, the Empire doesn't treat them that way. Very curious. Yeah. And I mean, this is the thing though, when they look at Russia and they just say, oh, well, it's a conservative country, unlike, you know, compared to all this wokeness in the US, like, that completely ignores, like, Russia. Like, that's looking at Russia with a completely unnuanced, like, view. Like, do you know how many different people and fucking cultures are in fucking Russia? Jesus Christ. Just saying, like, oh, it's all just like conservative USA is you're coping. You're literally coping. go up here first. This always was one of the harder dungeons. Not bad now that you know. Now that I know it. Yeah, to the point of Chuds moving there with their families, and almost all of them hate it, want to move back. Because it's not like conservative, that's the thing, it's not like conservative America. That's them projecting something that they think they're seeing onto it. Right? It's not at all like that. Are there reactionary, like, people with, like, you know, whatever reactionary backward idea you want to say? Absolutely, no doubt. But there's also a lot of not that as well. And I would say even with like a better a more diverse understanding of sexuality and gender and stuff even there than in fucking many parts of the US, for the simple fact, again, it's like, do you know how many nations and cultures are in fucking Russia? Any idea? Like, it's a lot. A hell of a lot. Yeah, where the fuck is the Applebee's? Like when Landon was portraying all Russians as homophobic. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep, that's a good point. It's part of contrarianism too. They see liberals high on the Russophobia, so that adolescent change just springs out, so they gotta own the libs. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Landom, I happened to notice that that a certain comrade Dan was streaming again. And wouldn't you know who was in the chat? Not the base stand in chat right now, of course. No, Landom. It was Landom. Landom was in our comrade Dan's chat. I don't know if you've ever seen iDan, but that's the person who iDan's the person who like would not who just like didn't want to give up, or didn't want to, like, I guess come to terms with the fact that his comrade Buddyhead is like a racist. Yeah. Yeah, I know, I saw him streaming a couple times. Oh my god, did they keep coming back? Go this way. Do this. There, okay. Yeah, Tavoresh was as well. I get banned and they all come back. I mean, Tavoresh is no iDan, but fuck, I did not appreciate the way Tavoresh talked to Sebs. You know? and then they all just like unfriended, and they all just or unmodded and like unfriended Sebs, just like when Sebs was there, you know, for years, like actually like doing graphics in their channels and stuff like that. Oh, they were like on a discussion with Sebs, and Sebs said some things about like, you know, sometimes streamers like give up revolutionary principles in order to make sure they can earn like enough money, basically. And they like both kind of like, I don't know, kind of weirdly flew off the handle at that and like got into a big like thing with them about it. And then, like without Johnny or any of them, or without, who are they? Johnny and Pat, and it was David all on the stream at the same time, and none of them talked to Sebs afterwards or anything like that, never said a word to Sebs, just unbanned, just unmodded Sebs and like banned him from the streams. After, again, Sebs for years, like, you know, designed graphics for their streams, like was a moderator in their streams when they had like only a couple people in their stream. When there was like just a few people there, you know, Sebs was watching them. So it was just like, you know, hurtful for Sebs, like... Yes, Sebs uses it pronoun, sorry. Yes. Yeah, well, Sebs had a accident, a car accident in Australia. That's why we hadn't seen Sebs streaming in a while. Yeah, Sebs uses it pronoun. But yeah, so that that's why I never really watched. That's why you never really saw me in Subversive History or David's. If you ever wondered. Yeah, no, when I was watching the stream, and it didn't seem to me like it was talking about them at all. Like, because they were watching like an FD signifier video, all of them. And it was like sort of about that. And Sebs mentioned, like, commented on something that like FD signifier said. And then they both like we're like, well, it's both. You gotta eat. If I can't starve, I can't spread revolutionary material, can I? I distinctly, like, remember that was the way, like, David, like, responding. He was like, okay, calm down. Like, what the fuck? It was a weird, off-putting response. Yeah. I know. The irony is that and yeah, that's the thing. I mean, hell, at least fucking, even at least like Hassan admits he's a fucking grifter. He might do it jokingly, but he does it jokingly because he knows. Oh yeah, no, I've heard some really terrible takes. Seb said that what Johnny did was activism and they argued about it. Johnny was like, me being on Twitch is nothing. But Seb's point is that existing and spreading the message is something nonetheless. Yeah. I mean, it's true. Like, it's... I kind of get annoyed with people who say, like... Because, in a way, it's like... Oh, well, then if you can't get out and you can't participate in this fucking protest, then you're not doing an activism. You know what I mean? Like, that shit... That's an insidious thing. There's lots of times and lots of people who, like, have written from prisons and have made important contributions to the revolution from their fucking prison cells, right? And I mean, then the irony was that, like, when in response, Sebs, I do remember this now, Hash, that's in response, Sebs was like, well, what do you do that is so revolutionary? Right? And Johnny's thing was, well, what I do for as a job is I help people getting out of prison get jobs. And it's like, well, okay, that's good, and that improves their personal situation, but that's not revolutionary, right? Like, if you'd have to, like, combine that with, like, revolutionary education, like, type thing for it to be, like, by definition, revolutionary. It was very weird. Yeah. Complaining, I was just actually talking about the reasons why comrades never saw me in Subversive History and David Tavares' streams. because of the way they treated Sebs. I stand with Sebs. I still do. You know, some places I only hang around for the chat. Yeah. I hear ya. Goodness, now I'm getting hit by everybody on the block. I'm gonna work my way up here. Hi, Mew. And this is the thing, Alexandra. This is, and that's the whole thing of it for me, is that Sebs, like I said, they're since like the very beginning, like helping them like create their channels, helping them create graphics in their channels, like, you know, being a mod in their channels from back when they had no viewers, and then just because of that disagreement to then just unmod Sebs and basically just never speak to it again. Just unmod Sebs, never speak to it again, and then that's it. And I speak to Sebs all the time. None of them reached out. Yeah. And I mean, it's not, it's like this person has been in your channel for so long. How are you just not gonna respond? It was back before you were using name Princess Chi-Chi, which was forever ago. Yep. Sebs taught them how to use OBS. Yeah. See? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this person put like some serious work into helping you grow your channel, and because of this disagreement, because they said something that's absolutely true, they just said a lot of streamers do abandon revolutionary principles in order to have popularity. then they both jump down Seb's throat. And then, like I said, permaban it for that. So it's just like, you know what? I don't care to watch people that like will do that to someone as nice as Seb's and who puts so much actual like of their time and labor into helping their stream grow. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what was said, right? That's kind of what we're thinking. Oh, damn, I get hit. Yeah, Dan in chat, a whole lot of white folks have failed to learn the lesson. If it ain't about you, it ain't about you. Yep. But hey, maybe it was at the end of the day. Who fucking knows? No worries, Chi-Chi. No worries. It needed to be said. It needed to be said. Don't worry. It's like I say. Because it's the thing about it too is like being real. Sebs have fantastic. All of us as fantastic comrades watching its streams, right? But did not never had like the numbers that Subversive History and David Tavarash is bringing in. So the other thing is like them doing that, then all of a sudden a lot of people then like they notice this. Right? Like people will notice that like okay, now Sebs is not in their spaces anymore. And that's like a noticeable thing. Because Sebs has been in here. So like people will notice that, and then all of a sudden people will be like, realistically, a sad thing that happens is people will then choose sides. And that means then a lot of people will like just stop watching Sebs and instead watch and like, you know, it hurts when you like see your numbers take a hit like that. I think Dan, I mean, I agree. I have seen Sebs come in here and say hi in this chat on Kick. But being in Australia, Sebs' schedule doesn't quite coincide with the times that we are all awake. So I think that's the main reason. That and just being busy with stuff. So I have seen Sebs in here. And obviously on Discord. Just that whole, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Dan's... I think Dan is worse in the sense that, like, you know, it's outright racism, but... What they did to me shows that that's like grifting. That's clout chasing. You know? That's to me uncomradely behavior. And then it's like I don't trust them. Dan is just reactionary as fuck as far as I'm concerned. And I think the like even looking back, I got to say like as much as I was hoping that he would be able to grow and stuff, I gotta say, the way that he, like, responds to things on Twitter and stuff, right? It's not great. It's not great. It's usually, like, a lot of ableist, like, yelling from half the time that what I see. Like, there's other ways you can express that this person is, you know, a reactionary, and that always annoyed me about Dan. Even when I was kind of spending time in the spaces and trying to like nudge Dan. And I'm glad that he's good on the settler colonial question, but I did hear him talking the other day, not long ago, about essentially balkanization again, about some chatter of his said, you know, what we need to do is cut Turtle Island, or cut the US into 1,000 little pieces and give the land back. It's like, no. That's I mean, some people might think that, but as a Marxist-Leninist, I disagree with that. Which is wild because my video is still up on iDan's channel talking about settler colonialism. Ape stronger together. Yeah, the internet's full of them. Yeah, there's my mini rant. I don't blame anyone for getting me started on that. That's all me, okay? The thing is, okay, I will say this. Free speech. The thing is, I've even had Commander Red reach out to Dan. I've even had Commander Red reach out to Dan and be like, do you want to like discuss this? You know, and whatever. And Dan just said, nope, I have no reason to talk to Larry. Which tells me that he, you know, he's choosing to stick with the buddy head. And I know he knows about Rathbone because I'm the one who told him about Rathbone going to the ACP. And that's part of what started it. Yeah, no, I mean, that's where I've said this before as well. I personally don't believe it's fucking drama. Drama is like when you're talking about personal, petty, you know, this is what people's lives are. This is what they like. Ooh, this is, you know, like that. We're talking about politics here. Politics is not fucking personal, petty drama. And I hate that narrative. We're talking about like serious ideological positions that have actual ramifications. It's not just petty personal shit. It's fucking political shit. I know, I'm dying. I don't have the mirror shield and it's seriously hindering my ability to navigate this room. I gotta use the cape. Like I said, I had Red reach out to Dan, and Dan was like, why would I want to talk to Larry at all? And then just said like, okay, but so if that's the case, then maybe think about taking Larry's video down from your YouTube channel. Since, you know, you might say statements, you might make political positions now that fundamentally contradicts the interview with Larry, and Larry would rather just leave that education to people that I still talk with, right? And Dan was like, yeah, okay, I'll think about it. He won't take the video down because it's got the most views on his channel out of any of the other videos. But I don't want to be on his fucking channel if he's gonna associate with, like, racists and the ACP and all of this other shit. He didn't even consume the education. Like I say, the reason I know is because he was just agreeing with balkanization bullshit just not that long after I was in his chat. Not that long after he came back, he was agreeing with balkanization stuff. And I had a problem with another chatter not long ago with that same thing. Yeah, I mean, leave the video up on his channel. It's just, there's a certain... if it reaches people and moves them in the right direction, that's fantastic. Just goddamn. I just hate having my face on his channel. Yeah, he blocked a whole bunch of people on my stream. I think he like just went through my viewer list and blocked everybody that was watching me that day or something. Yeah, he borrowed Kyle's list and just banned everybody on it. Damn, I could not beat that thing because I ran out of the magic. I mean, I'm not blocked on my other thing, so I can still see. The other thing is, like, his, IDAN's chat is full of... Yeah, he banned hash, for fuck's sake. There's literally not a more, like, nice, agreeable person as long as you're not a fucking literal monster than hash. My mod's theory for why he's not banned in Dan's channel is that he did use Kyle the Communist list and he spelled Frank's name wrong. Hey, the pieces are starting to come together now. I just think that maybe they align more than they realize. You weren't chatting in my channel when the whole thing with IDAN, I think, went down, lady. Sadly. It was a cool time. It was a cool time, I'll tell you. Very cool time. The thing is, like I say, he has that same abrasive way of speaking to people that, like, that like Mike from PA does, you know? It's really just like when you hear him, even though he's talking to reactionaries and stuff, it kind of like makes you wince a bit. Like, I don't know, it's just, there's so many better ways to like respond to them than just use like certain words that he liked to use a lot. Well, and he would get, like, I know a few times, like, like, for example, with Ernalda and other people, like, he got all belligerent with Ernalda because Ernalda was, like, asking questions and stuff. Ban K, too. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, I mean, I banned La Sue also. Because La Sue was like, you know, saying about how Mark stole, like, from indigenous people. Like, okay, that might make you uncomfortable the way La Sue says it, but that's not like a reason to ban him for La Sue being anti-Marxist. Oh, God. And then he wants to leave my land bag video up. It's just, the contradictions are everywhere. Yeah, yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, whether that upsets you or not, I guess is your prerogative. I still like Marx, you know what I mean? Like that. But that's not something, like, when La Sue says that, it's not necessarily incorrect at all. Exactly. Oh, damn, I keep going up the wrong way. Wait, I gotta go that way. Oh no, now I'm like on a ride. Yeah, he banned Ernalda too. You just time Ronaldo out for a day and it's okay. Yeah, I think honestly at the end of the day it was just like he was not ever going to give up love for Buddyhead, and he was gonna do whatever he had to make sure of that. I gave him the perfect way out. When I put that message in Discord, I just gave him the perfect way out, that's all. Yeah, I don't think you weren't streaming yet, Dave. Yeah, I find Wrathbone is a similar way, like extremely aggressive. I mean, that's the way Kyle the Communist is too. And the same with like Mike from PA. That aggressiveness, like, I don't know. I always see it's like sus to me. Like, why are you so aggressive? And not even is it just sus, it's like it's not a good communist way to be. Like, if you're a communist, like, even people that you like disagree with or like have questions, like, you try to like explain the principles as best as you can. Try to explain yourself. yelling at people and like insulting them, and then you're saying that you're like teaching communism is like a wild contradiction. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. A lot of people like the loud noises and the yelling type of content. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no wonder he's exhausted, Sinchao. No wonder he's exhausted. He spends all... I mean, and... That's very similar to Idan, too. I see them yelling almost all day long at, like, Twitter or something. Yeah, exactly. And even though Mike or someone might have, like... I mean, the thing is, like, I guess, like, Dan's the best way. It's like, even if he was to have hundreds of viewers, you're, like, putting off so many people when you're, like, yelling and flinging personal insults instead of just, like, talking about what the positional problems are. That's why I just said, yeah, Mike. Well, because Mike is a social democrat. At the end of the day. And social democrats, whether they realize it or not, they still see people as like a commodity type thing. Okay, I need one last crystal, so I gotta go this way. Exactly. And I mean, that's exactly what it was with Wrathbone, kind of, right? I was just like, you might want to talk to, if you go on Midwest Remarks, you might want to ask them why they have this position. Yeah, of course. I mean, in a society of hyper-individualism, it's something that we all are going to have to fight against to some degree. Absolutely. Okay, it's gonna be better for me if I go to Metroid through a different way. Like this. Yep, Sapatra. It's that, and the other thing that Twitch is for me is like being... Everybody has to be nice to I mean, this is the thing, what I've said, like what disappointed me a couple times about one of my favorite streamers is like the fact that like you have wait, what am I doing in here? That's the wrong door. The idea that you have to like it's not even about being nice is the thing, I guess, but the fact that if you call out what you see as an incorrect position in someone, like Hassan, for example, then you're being mean to that person or whatever, right? Or not being nice anymore. And then, so that compels people like, again, one of my favorite streamers to then, in response to people calling out Hassan's bad take on DPRK, say that people who are calling it out are being too woke or too far left. Or same with the people who called out Hassan's bad take on Hamas being the lesser of two evils. You know, this streamer that I really love and really respect, because they raid Hassan and stuff like that, they don't want to say, They don't want to. They then say, "Oh, anyone who's calling out this wrong position is being too far left." Like again, like I love Rob Rouzeau, but he does that sometimes. Because he raids Hassan. So when he saw people calling out Hassan's take on Hamas, he said that people who were invoke the meme of the too woke friend about people who were calling out the position. Yeah, well, you know that meme. That one friend that's too far woke meme, and it's the person like giving the look, invoking that meme to describe people who were calling out Hassan's Hamas is the lesser of two evil takes. And I'm sure that's what happened to me, Sapatra, you know what I mean? I just assumed that people were not babies, and that people would be able to take a little bit of criticism, because half of these people that I was talking about call themselves Marxists. And maybe not. And that's why I'm here, probably. That's why I'm in the detention corner. Well, it made me like you more and join Kick. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Sapatra. I do appreciate that a great deal. I'm gonna somehow get over there. Oh, right, I know how now. It's back up, isn't it? Or down and then up. Some of our best leftists, Alexandro, fall into that shit, unfortunately. I've actually, sadly, again, one that I've done podcasts for that went on to, they went from having correct positions to then saying no settlers can ever be comrades, and now and these people, and so we're not even talking about strictly 6 Fs here, okay? Because now I see them saying all of this Islamophobia shit, saying, for example, that all Abrahamic religions are inherently colonial shit and cannot be anything else. And I'm just like beating my head into the wall like, oh my god, what happened to you guys? I'm glad I got out of the organization with them. But yeah, this crew is now like saying this. Like I say, I do also think that the statement that no settlers can be comrades is also a reactionary statement. When Hassan was talking to FD Signifier a few days ago, FD said people on the left with big platforms should use their platform to amplify voices that are to the left of them. And Hassan's response was, there's not really anyone who is to the left of me. What? The hubris, you know? The hubris. It's ridiculous. This is what I'm saying. No, but you know what? There you go. Actually, no, that's you know what? You know why that's so insidious? And it is insidious. You know why that's insidious? Is because, like, for example, Hassan will say, oh, well, if you, for example, try to, like, if you talk too friendly about DPRK, then you're not normal. So it's not that you're to the left of Hassan if you're trying to bring a better understanding about DPRK. No. It's that you're not normal. That's ableism, baby. That's ableism. Everyone's to Hassan's left. Who's to the right of Hassan at this point? Like, goddamn, like, and this is the thing. This is the thing, right? We have to understand that a reactionary is a reactionary. And, like, that's it. So he's on the right? And it's like he's insidious in a different way. Because he pretends to be on our side. He pretends like he's speaking out for Palestine. He pretends like he's doing all of these things. And and the reason why I say pretends to be speaking out for Palestine is, look, he'll say he's speaking out for Palestine and then in the next breath say that Hamas is evil. Yeah, right-wing social democrat at best. I agree, goddamn. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. Just like his uncle. Well said. Okay, this room sucks. I'm gonna save scum it. I hope you don't mind. I hate this room so much. These guys are jerks of the highest degree. You have to jump over them, and then you have to make them turn gold. Like this guy. Oh, and I missed him. I didn't get him in time. I hardly understand how it works. See, I keep missing him because the one gets in the way of the other one. Oh, there, I got him a couple times. No, see, Hassan doesn't need to pivot to the left or say that he left the left, because Hassan can just simply say anyone who is to the left of him is not normal, you see. That's the strategy that's Hassan's strategy. That's why I say he literally is the gatekeeper of the left. And actually, you know what? That's perfect. What Zoot just said there, that quote, that's perfect because that exactly demonstrates what I'm talking about. He's the gatekeeper of the left. And even to the degree where, like, you would then have to accept the fact that you have to then be not normal in order to try and move beyond his positions on certain things like DPRK or whatever else, right? It's the Rock Hill thing. Yes, exactly. Hassan is like the intellectual academic Western leftist without actually being the academic. He's like a neo. You like what I'm doing here? He's a neo-leftist academic. A neo-Western Marxist. Oh, God. Yep, Dave. You got it. You know. Follow Dave Leggett. Dave knows what's up, too. Dave absolutely knows what's going on around these places, let me tell you. Okay, we're gonna do one more battle, and then we're gonna do the movies. We'll have to beat it the rest of the way next time. Because we're gonna fight this, and then I would still have that one dungeon left to do, and then still have to go and fight Mother Brain here. So we're gonna fight Ridley, and then we'll save it. I don't want these YouTube episodes to be too long. I think 2 hours is max for the randomizer. Yeah, Euro-communism, yep. I mean, yeah, that's exactly what it is. A lot of people get confused when you use the term Western Marxist because you're actually talking about anti-Marxist, but no, but that's really what Western Marxism is. Western Marxism is like a variety of anti-Marxism that cloaks itself in like Marxist or leftist or labor-sounding language. Yeah, I mean, that's, like I say, that's exactly what Frankfurt School was supported by the CIA, yep. And that's why we do have to, like, get away. We do actually have to pull people away, goddamn, even the most well-meaning people, from this idea that you can just take this idea and that idea from that French school and from this French school, and you can just, like, piecemeal it all together and, like, patchwork it in or, like, work it into Marxism. No. Like, intersectionality and all of that stuff is like decolonialism. That's inherent to Marxism. And thinking that you need to muddy it with these other things is actually like doing the opposite, right? You means you're trying to fight a boss. You're not improving Marxism. You're fucking making Marxism worse. Fucking Ridley. Yeah, I just meant like what intersectionality is like aimed at, right? You know what I mean, gods? Like the thing that intersectionality is aimed at solving can be done so with Marxism itself. And there has been Marxist theories who deal with all of that shit. And now I gotta use classic missiles on it. Come on. Got him. Chi-Chi. And honestly, I am tired of dead French creepy predator theories. Yes. I'm right with you. Oh no, the baby's gone. Oh look, there's the hook shot. The baby's gone. Okay, well actually, now that I found the hook shot, there'll be a whole bunch of stuff that I can get in Metroid next time. A bunch of items I couldn't get before. And this will allow us to next week we will be able to beat both Metroid and Zelda. I think what we'll do first when we come back is work our way up from Ridley's lair. Look at all this health in this room. Okay. We'll work our way up from Ridley's lair after this, when we come back. And we'll hit up all of the places that I missed because the grapple shot is needed to get rid of a couple blocks. I get a few things. I don't need these fuckers no more. And then we'll probably beat Metroid first. And then we'll swap over to Zelda and beat that after we beat Metroid. Oh, I didn't jump high enough. Okay, here we go. Okay, and I'm gonna go right in here and we're gonna save it. There we go. That is our Metroid and Zelda adventure for today, for this episode. Next time when we play, we will be beating both Metroid and Zelda. I can feel it. If you liked this episode, please like the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss the next gaming video. And if you want to hang out while I game live and talk politics and all the things with the comrades, come see me on Kick. Links are in the description of the video.